Okay, so I'm not exactly clear on the thought that you were trying to convey because this what you type lacks structure. So I'm going to respond to the parts that I can pick out of what you said. And if you're AI robot, I'm not sure or whatever, but it still is a good information for everyone else out there. First, this gentleman and his obsession with death comes from the fact that he is 8/22/4 6. Those are the three arms of death. 8, 6, and 4 are all the part of the arms of death. And so there's four parts to the arms of death. In astrology, half of the houses indicate some type of death, and half of the houses indicate some type of life. Now, the actual death of you leaving, those three are part of that. His birthday is exactly three arms of death. He had no choice but to come here being obsessed with death. Break that down a little bit further. The eighth energy, eighth house in his astrology, everything leads to the eighth house. He has three planets, Mars, Jupiter, and Venus, in the eighth house. In addition to that, he also has Gemini there, which is communication. So again, he's going to be communicating, expanding consciousness, expanding thought around death, around actual action and activities. Jupiter is expansive in an expansive nature that can be like obesity, but it can also be about knowledge, expanding the mind. Jupiter also can be about traveling to other areas and expanding thoughts on a national, a global type scale. I don't know all of the things that this gentleman has done because I don't have time to fill my life with that. I just like the fact that he wanted to know about his actual time of death. Now, I didn't say anything about him dying from something with medieval times. I don't know what that statement is about. However, if you notice that there are diseases that were once thought to be eradicated that have now come back, right? So things that have been eradicated can show up and actually cause someone's demise. And we see it right now. They're like, oh my God, we haven't had one of these cases of death in this many years. Okay. So what I said as far as his death was neuromuscular. And I also said heart stoppage being the final thing. Mind you, what I did not say was that he is going to cause his own demise because of the activities that he's doing or he wants to do in order to not die. Now, there's something else that he's going to do, and I'll make that now so you guys will know whenever it happens. He is going to attempt to transfer his consciousness into some type of being like AI, some robot or something to that effect. So that in essence, when his physical body is gone, his mind, he wants to live on. Now, that's all. I know that not from astronumerology. I know that because I am a spiritualist, a shaman, and I am psychic and all these other things, and I can see that. This is what happens when somebody's name is given to me. I see different information about them. That being aside, that is going to be a way to where after his physical demise has left, he's no longer here in the physical. People are going to look at what he did in that sense as a means of saying, I can extend my life in this manner without the physical body. Now, that's insights that you won't know, won't be privy to until he transitions within the next, 2 to 10 years, right? But really, like I said, his window opens up in September, so he could. Most people, when I say that, it's definitely in a 2-year timeline normally. But anyway, I don't have all of his information, so this is a guess, and this is my best guess, which is still probably pretty accurate. Okay, now the rest of the things about what he has contributed to science and things of that nature as a 22 in his chart, that is the person who is a master builder. They build systems, build information, and in essence, their actions tend to teach the rest of the world. So his actions dealing with health from the sixth, dealing with the eighth house, which is about death and occult and things that aren't necessarily the norm, and dealing also with about the home. So there's things that he learned about what you do and don't do, and he has found it to be effective and extending life in general. Not necessarily his, because his demise is still going to end sooner than he would like for it to end, but it's really opening up avenues for other people. Again, I don't know everything that he's done because just don't have room for that. He's not paying me, so I'm not going to get into all of that. Okay. So maybe this information will help you understand more of what I'm seeing with the Fryson method, which is what I'm using to determine his life and his everything that's going on. And I could look more into his death later, but again, he have to contact me. So anyway, and this should help somebody else to understand some of the numbers. And for those of you who are interested in death, I am a death doula amongst a lot of other titles. So Dr. Fryson, and the titles just keep rolling. So I am really into death, really into the afterlife, really into the life cycles and how we choose to come here, and what type of death we choose to have, and it's energy, by the way. It's energy. So it's like this energy we put into our life, and we put this energy into our life before we get here. And then when I meet with my clients and they're like, oh my God, this is it, this is what I've been doing, it's like, yeah, I've met with clients who are in their 50s and their 60s and their 70s, and they were just shocked that I'm meeting them, don't know them from Adam, and I can read the energies for them, because this is the blueprint that we all have created when we decided we were going to incarnate to this planet. Okay? Enough of that. Anyway, hope this helps somebody.